Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're in Walmart. We're going to go through all of the new Time and True, and if you like these videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and let's go shopping. First is the sneak peek dresses from Time and True. They have that high neckline, sleeveless, the smock detailing, fit and flares out, that seam fit through the back. Comes in the brown and paisley print, and they're going to be $17. Also have new colors in these tank dresses from Time and True. They have that high neckline, sleeveless, fit and flare with the pockets, same fit through the back. So they have a new green. It looks like this black and white stripe is a different kind of print. They're solid black and they're $12.98. New skirt from Time and True. This has that elastic waistband, the drop tier, same fit through the back, only seeing in the blue floral, and they're $19.98. This is the new style tee, so it has the crew neckline. Oh, it's a scenario tees. These are $7.98. There's fuchsia, black, white, and gray. Color in the cardigan from Time and True. So this one has that higher neckline, the bigger buttons, drop sleeve with the ribbed wrist, that same fit through the back. And they are $17.98. We also saw it in this beige and black print. And also new from Time and True are these open knit sleeved sweaters. These have that scallop trim, same fit through the back in the beige. Also comes in the navy and black, and they're $17.98. So new high neck dress from Time and True. This has that button detail, the little tie, seam, flowy drop tier, seam fit through the back, and they're $24.98. Also has pockets. So now smock top from Time and True. These have that high neckline, flutter sleeve, elastic with the little peplum, seam fit through the back, and they are also going to be $19.98. Dresses from Time and True. These have that high neckline, elastic fit and flare in the black. Also comes in the red. It's like a orange print, and they're $22.98. New Time and True dresses. These have that crew neckline, drop tier, this embroidered detail in the brown, also in the ivory, and they're $24.98. Time and True dresses. They have that high neckline, sleeveless, smocking, the drop tier. That's what the material looks like up close, and they're $24.98. So new print in these dresses from Time and True. They have the elastic strap, also the elastic at the top, smocked waist, fit and flare in this burgundy floral. Also comes in the green floral. We might have saw that one. The dresses are $27.98. A new dress from Time and True. This one has the square neckline, puff sleeve in that same material we saw earlier, and they are going to be $19.98. They also have this new puff sleeve dress in the plaid. That one also comes in black, and that one's also $19.98. Dress from Time and True. This one has the tie straps, this little gathered detail, drop tier, same fit through the back, and they're $29.98. Time and True, these are separates, but they have the same print and material. This has that wrap style. I showed this in the last try-on haul. And then the pants to match. Pants are $17.98. Top is $15.98. Also new from Time and True are these little dresses. So they have the adjustable straps, that seam detail, fit and flare in this green print. They also have a brown kind of leopard look and the blue. Those are $24.98. Button down dresses from Time and True. These have this smaller collar, full button, that little roof detailing, elastic in the waist, midi length in the green, also in this black and white print. They have the stripe and then a green, and they're $27.98. Also new from Time and True are these crew neck dresses. So these have the little keyhole puff sleeve belt with the drop tier, and then the seam fit through the back, and they are $22.98. Also new stretchy tier dresses from Time and True. These have that high neckline, sleeveless, tiers and flowy through the front and back in the white and blue, also the beige and navy, and they're $19.98. New smock top from Time and True. So this has the square neckline, ruffled straps, that embroidering through the body and then also through the back. And they're $17.98. Tank and short sets from Time and Tru. So these have the thicker strap, square neckline, functioning buttons all the way down with the seaming. Has the smocking through the back. In the brown, also comes in black. And they are $17.98. To match, they have the short. So these have the side button zip pleating, fit and flare with the trouser pockets in the back in both the brown and black. And the shorts are going to be $19.98. So new eyelet dresses from Time and Tru. So these have the thin strap, square neckline, seam at the waist with the drop tier, smocking through the back, and they're $29.98. Short sleeve cardigans from Time and Tru. So these have that high neckline, buttons, puff sleeve, rib bottom. I know they had these at the other store that I went to, but I wasn't filming, but I only see this one here. But they're really nice for summer because they're the short sleeve. New puff sleeve drop tier dresses from Time and Tru. So this has the high neckline, that little keyhole detail puff sleeve with that drop tier belt in the red. Also comes in blue, and they're $19.98. New sneak peek wide leg jeans from Time and Tru. These have the button zip, that seam detailing, trouser style with the elastic through the back. They also have the pockets, and the jeans are $24.98. Back these tie front blouses from Time and Tru. So these have the ruffled necklet, the double tie, same fit through the back in the ivory. They also have burgundy, and they're $14.98. Peak smock dress from Time and Tru. This one has the ruffling smocking with that embroidered detail, the drop tier, and then the same fit through the back. And they are going to be $24.98. So new print in this style dress. So this one has these smock straps, a little bit of smocking at the top, fit and flare out, same fit through the back, and they're $27.98. Dress from Time and Tru. This one has the thin straps, fit and flare midi length smocking, and then same fit through the back. We saw these in other colors, so now the new color is red, and then also a new print, and they're $24.98. So new smock tops from Time and Tru. These have that high neckline, flutter sleeve, smocking with the little peplum, same fit through the back with the keyhole, and these are $17.98 in the red. Also comes in that white paisley. It has like a pink print. Also new from Time and Tru are these dresses. So these have the V neckline, ribbed and stretchy, puff sleeve, seam under the bust, tiers and flowy in that poplin. So it's like a mixed material in the black. Also comes in the green, and they'll be linked down below. So new eyelet sleeve dress tops from Time and Tru. So they have that plunging V, the embroidering, this eyelet detail elastic, baby doll fit with the little tie in the back. Comes in the red, also in the ivory, and they're $29.98 and below. Longer dresses from Time and Tru. So these have the V neckline, the elastic under the bust. I think we saw this style before, but now there's a new print, and they're $29.98. Fold over dresses. They have the thin strap, squared neckline, that eyelet trim, flowy with that eyelet bottom. We saw it in this white with the navy. It's like a beige, and then now it also comes in black, and they're $27.98. Got some new Time and Tru linen shorts. These have that side button zip, the pleated detailing with the side pocket, nice longer length with elastic through the back. Also has the trouser pockets. So it comes in the navy stripe. They have navy, and the shorts are $19.98. New tie front tops from Time and Tru. These have that high neckline, this ruche detailing relaxed fit in the linen color. There's a black, and they're $22.98. New dresses from Time and Tru. This has that scoop neckline, puff sleeve, smocking, fit and flare, same fit through the back, and they're $22.98. Print in the No Boundary or the Time and Tru flutter sleeve dresses. So these have that flutter sleeve, the tie detail, tiers all the way down, this new red and pink with the navy print And then also there's a blue and white. These are $22. Color in this flutter sleeve dress from Time and True. So this has the ruffled neckline, the tie tiers all the way down, the same fit through the back. Also comes in the new black kind of leopard print, and they're $19.98. First up are these new flutter sleeve tops from Time and True. They have the plunging V, this little shoulder detail, has the bubble style little tie with the smocking, same fit through the back in this brown print, and then also this paisley. That's what the material looks like up close, and they're $17.98. Also new from Time and True are these Henley dresses. This one has this little crochet trim, Henley buttons, flutter sleeve, relaxed fit, also has the trim at the bottom. And then the same fit through the back with the same detail. Comes in this denim look, also in the black, and they're $24.98. And True, it's the high-rise barrel leg. They have that raw hem detailing, same fit through the back. They are $22.98. We saw them in the dark gray wash in yesterday's Time and True video. New dresses from Time and True. So these have the split V little tie, long sleeve with the elastic, seam at the waist, fit and flare with the belt, and then the same fit through the back. Comes in the red with the navy, also navy with the white, and they're $27.98. This one's an online only dress from Time and True. It has that plunging V flutter sleeve, dropped here. It's a gauze material, and then that same fit through the back. In the twist tee from Time and True. This has that crew neckline, the dolman sleeve, burnout material, same fit through the back. In the blue, we saw that mauve before. There's black, we saw the rust and green, and they're $12.98. Dress from Time and True. This one has that higher neckline, the embroidered detailing, long sleeve, elastic on the wrist, also has the belt with the tiers, and then the same fit through the back. And this one is $34.98. Here, I guess, is a new brand because they have their jewelry. Are they changing something? So they have 2 pairs for $9.92, 3 pairs for $9.92. This might be just for the store. Are they changing the Time and True name? We'll see. There's a little brown bead. There's a little heart necklace. Scenario. Here's the cardigans I was talking to you guys about in the last video. So they're from Time and True. They have that crew neckline with the short sleeve. It's like a little bit of a puff sleeve. In the blue, they have the oatmeal green and black. They're $17.98. No hat. So they have bonjour with the little bread. You're welcome. There's also a new pink. London, we saw Dog Mom in the denim, Dog Mom Club, Pink Floyd, Rolling Stones. So now felt hats. These are from Time and True. So they have this taupe one with the gold hardware and ivory with the rope detail, black with the rope, and they're $17.98. From Time and True. They're a high rise, so pull on with the faux button. There's seam detail for pockets and then functioning pockets in the back. That's what they look like on. In the black, there's that darker wash, the darkest indigo, though if they're $17.98. Colors in the tie front tops from Time and True. These have that high neckline, that tie detail, super soft stretchy with that gathered material, relaxed fit through the front and the back. Now in the brown, there's white, we saw the red and the black, and they're $15.98. Time and True pull-on linen pants. These have an elastic waistband, flowy through the leg, same fit through the back. In the ivory, also in the navy, and they're $22.98. Time and True short sleeve V-neck tees as low as $2.45. Looks like they have this light blue. There's navy. It's a slim V-neck. Maybe it's this one. But they have pink, black, and navy. Time and True cardigan sets are down to under $5 in some colors. So they have that crew neckline, gold button, ribbed wrist, that same fit through the back. In store they're $17, regularly $24.98. New denim skirt from Time and True. This has full functioning buttons, this little gather detail, side pocket, fit and flare. Same around the back. And I think these are $22.98. Dress from Time and True. This one has that elastic with the puff sleeve, smocking at the waist, dropped here, and then the same fit through the back. And also online only is this dress from Time and True. So it has the smocking, tiers, that same fit through the back. Dark wash down. These are really dark. So I think this is a barrel leg. Yeah, the Time and True barrel leg jeans. They have that seam detailing, pockets in the back, and the jeans are $22.98. So new longer dresses from Time and True. These have that square neckline, puff sleeve. It's a Swiss dot material, seam under the bust with the drop tier, same fit through the back with the little tie, and they're $29.98. So these sneak peek shorts from Time and True. They have an elastic waistband with the drawstring, side pocket, flowy like fit and flare in this popple material, no pockets in the back, in the navy. They also have black and camel, and they're $19.98. Sneak peek slingbacks from Time and True. They have the espadrille, this one strap with the espadrille trim. These are $26.98. Also have these new slingbacks. We saw these in the black. Now they have them in the burgundy. These have the square toe, a little bit of a heel, and that patent. Sneak peek Time and True jellies. These have the cutout with that little back detail in the brown, also in the clear, and they're $24.98. New colors in the toe wrap sandal from Time and True. This has that round toe, the little gold toe ring with that metal strap, and then a black strap with the ankle strap in the black, also in cognac, and they're $19.98. So brought back these slip-on sneakers from Time and True. They have the round toe, chunky heel. These are $10.98. They also have these loafers from Time and True. They have the square toe, chunky heel, that gold hardware, and they're $26.98. New sneakers from Time and True. So they have the round toe, the little mesh cutout in the navy, also in the gold. They have the double laces. These are $26.98. They also have the mules. These have the round toe, that same kind of mesh with the open back in the light blue, also in the ivory, and they're $26.98. And also from Time and True, these little kitten heels. They have the square toe, the little multi-strap in the new black and white polka dot. We also saw them in the gold, and they're $24.98. I'm going to end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.